Okay, well, it's been a week and a day. Last week on Saturday, I actually dropped my Sony 7R3 in the lake. I was out there trying to take some pictures of pelicans, and when I was out there, I went out in the water with my tripod, had my camera set up, had it all mounted, was excited, and I had my boots on, and I was in the water. And it was interesting because you know how it gets muddy and your boots kind of suck in there, and well, what happened was the boot like that, my foot came up, and I fell over backwards into the cold water. Little did I know, I kicked the tripod, and that's how the actual camera went in the water. Same with my lens here. This is a 2-600 Sony lens. Both very expensive pieces, but we're going to see if they work or not. I have no idea. I did take out the battery immediately, so I didn't have a lot of power going into there. When I got back to my house, I took off the memory cards. I actually did not test these for about 3 to 4 days. The battery still was charged, and then I charged it up and it kept the charge. The memory cards, again, I put these in rice as well. The memory cards still work. I put them in rice. Not an issue there at all. So these work, so that's something. So now you're going to see the test to see if it actually works after 7 days and a half or almost 8 days of sitting in rice. I did take a blower and I blew off under all the little knobs. I blew off where the card readers were because I couldn't even open the card reader door. It hit the bottom of the lake, so it was all dirty. I blew this out so it operates properly. So this has been sitting in rice. All the actual compartments are open. Everything is opened up the best I could. I even took off the top where it protects the flash. I'm going to put that back on first because that's an important part. Never lose this if you can. And so there's that. I'm going to put in my card readers, and see how that goes. I didn't like the way that felt. So we're going to see what happens here. That one felt better. Did close easily. I'm going to put in the battery. It's like I've never done this before. There's this. Now I am going to remove this so you can see. That's the rice. And here's my Sony 24-105 lens that I'm going to test it out with, because I don't want to test it out with the other lens until I know that this part works. So you're going to see the reaction that I get as I get it. So here it is. We're going to see if it works. Turning it on now. Power's on. Take off the lens cap. Looks like it's working. Hallelujah. Look at there. Now let me take a couple pictures with it and see if I can get it back. It is dark in it. That's not a problem. I'm going to put it on auto, see if that works. Auto seems to work. Let me just take a picture. It worked fine. Let me put it on aperture mode. I've got it at 4.0. Turn that back there. And it's on silent, so silent works, so that's a good thing. I also have a memory where I have it on 2000 for fast moving objects and for speed, and that works. Now let's see if the card, and as you can see here, there's the pictures and they work properly. So that's an awesome thing. My camera actually works, so that's half of the equation. Hey, so let me take this off, turn that off. I'm taking off my 24-105, setting down my camera. Let's put this here. Now I did the same thing with my actual 200-600. I've duct taped it into a bag because I didn't have anything large enough to actually keep it. So if you're wondering if the lens works or not, we'll see here in a moment. Obviously the camera worked after a week in rice. I did keep this out of the rice here to make sure that the lens was okay. So we're gonna hook this up. I did dry this off with a towel. before I put it into the rice. Got as much moisture off as I could. And I haven't blown anything yet, but I did take off, I had a filter on the front. I took that off to make sure water could escape there. Anything I could do, I tried. So there's no problems with operating the foot here. These seem pretty good to go back and forth. So let's hook it up and see what we got. All right, so again, let's turn it on. Okay. Let me put it on auto. And let's see if it works. There's that. Let me put it on aperture. On silent mode. Let me put it on the fast speed. And I'll tell you if it works. Looks a little blurry right now. Let me do this again. All right, let's do it on aperture. It's probably just me. And let me raise the ISO here to see if that's a problem, because obviously I'm in a darker situation. So let me try that. So I'm upping the ISO. Let's just go up to 1,000. See if that's enough to keep the, because it does look blurry. Oh, works perfectly. So, all right, I will have to go outside and take some more pictures, but in here, at this table, the actual camera and the actual lens, the actual 200 by 600 lens, and the Sony a7R III, after being dumped in the water with the tripod, all came back to life after 7.5 days of being in rice, being dried off with a towel, being air dried a little bit. I'm extremely happy, as you would imagine. I had no idea if it'd work or not, so kudos to Sony. And if you've ever done this, again, I took some extra time with this, but it's a very special equipment to me. So this is awesome, and I hope that helped you. Leave comments below. And I hope you have some great photos out there. Thanks a lot.